Welcome back to Newsroom. I'm Drew Demi. Chella Smith has laryngitis and her voice has gone. Say hello to Chella.
Hello, everyone.
This is your Middle East US entertainment news here on YouTube. Chella airs on Fridays, bringing you the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East media outlets. She does this weekly review and it's based off our interests. It's great to be here, and Chella, glad to be back. Chella has laryngitis. Unfortunately today, I'll be her special guest reading today's news. Let's take a look at this week's headlines. The International Chamber of Commerce, ICC, has officially opened its doors in Iraq. The International Chamber of Commerce, ICC, has launched an ICC Iraq, a new national committee that will promote the ICC's mission in Iraq, boosting the voice of Iraq business and chambers worldwide. The addition brings the number of ICC National Committee to 92. The committee will support ICC's institutional objectives for business to foster peace, prosperity, and opportunity for all through local commissions on arbitration, ADR, digital economy, intellectual property, and trade and investment. In the first half of 2024, customs revenues reached nearly 1 trillion dinars. Hassan Ali Okali, Director General of the General Authority of Customs, reported that customs financial revenues reached 948.5 billion dinars in the first half of 2021, with an expected 2 trillion dinars by the end of 2024. He also highlighted the importance of the Kurdistan regional's ports, as some goods enter these ports with revenues going to the regional government. The US delegation has confirmed that the US and international coalition will continue to provide support to Peshmerga forces. The Kurdistan regional government's president, Masra Barzani, met with a US delegation, including Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Middle East Affairs, Daniel Shapiro. The meeting discussed Iraq and the region's developments, with Shapiro expressing the US support for the Kurdistan region and Peshmerga forces. The meeting also discussed progress with the Peshmerga reforms and the need to strengthen bilateral relations. The US and international coalition will continue to support the Peshmerga forces in the face of terrorist threats.
Oh, Drew, you're doing so great. Thank you.
The central bank has introduced a new mechanism for delivering dollars to travellers. The Central Bank of Iraq has announced a new mechanism for passengers to receive foreign currency, dollars, exclusively through corporate outlets and banks at international airports. The mechanism, set to come into effect on July the 14th, aims to facilitate proper transaction and expedite the arrivals of travellers to the dollar. The system will be available 24/7 at airports, and the central bank will allow exchange companies to receive multiple quotas to respond to the travellers' requests. Iraq is experiencing the highest growth rate in the region, according to a report from Sudanese officials. Iraq is experiencing the highest growth rate in the region, according to Prime Minister al-Sudani. The Sudanese government celebrated National Job Day in Baghdad, where 50 distinguished employees were honoured for their excellence in job performance. Al-Sudani praised the employees for their dedication and commitment to the country, highlighting the sacrifices made by the martyr who sacrificed himself for Iraq. He praised the efforts of the committee and the efforts of others who contributed to the initiative. Al-Sudani also highlighted the stories of distinguished employees who transformed difficult circumstances into success and excellence in public service. He emphasised the importance of the public sector in building the country and implementing the government's programmes and priorities. He emphasised that the government has made significant progress in addressing challenges in all fields, leveraging the country's natural and human resources, capabilities, and wealth. Iraq is ranked 61st globally in terms of safety. Iraq has been ranked 61st globally out of 100 listed countries and the 7th safest Arab in the world for 2024. The ranking considers safety from violent crimes, terrorism, transport, health measures, and specific groups like women, foreign travellers, and migrants. Andorra, located in the Pyrenees Mountains, was chosen as the safest country despite its small population. The UAE, Greenland, and Liechtenstein were the top 5 countries in the safest countries category. Iraq ranked 61st globally with 82 points out of 100. The amount of Iraq's loans from the IMF is currently unknown. Iraq's financial advisor, Mazar Mohammed Salih, confirmed that the IMF debt reflects the country's high creditworthiness. Iraq entered 5 programs with the fund from 2004 to 2018, including 3 credit readiness programs. These loans were aimed to supporting stability and economic reform in Iraq. The loans were not more than $5 billion per loan, with the withdrawals not exceeding $3.5 billion in each case. Iraq has paid the loans withdrawn over the last 20 years, demonstrating its high creditworthiness in repayment to international financial institutions. However, there are still long-term development loans from the World Bank, which are in process of repayments. Saleh stressed that cooperation between Iraq and the International Monetary Fund is ongoing, including providing technical advice and supporting economic policies.
See if they get back to an international stage.
Iraq ranks 5th in the Arab world and 52nd globally in the largest economies. Iraq ranks 5th amongst Arab nations and 52nd globally as the largest economies in 2024. According to CEO World, the US remains the world's largest economy, followed by China and Germany. Japan ranks 4th with a 4.11 trillion GDP, while India ranks 5th with a 3.94 trillion GDP. Iraq's GDP is projected to increase to 345.074 million by 2029. Iraq has halted its transaction in the Chinese yuan and is now using the currency basket as an alternative. Iraq has decided to stop dealing in the Chinese yuan currency in financial transfers due to the pressure from the US Federal Bank. The committee member Al-Kazami argues that the decision is political and aimed at pressurising the Iraqi government. The committee will call on the central bank to address the issue and diversify the basket of currencies for Iraqi traders. Iraq has strengthened its yuan-denominated assets through the Singapore Development Bank and increased its euro-denominated assets. You've been watching Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Drew Demi with your Middle East US entertainment news on reforms and economics of Iraq, bringing you all the latest dinar news without having to keep up all of the different outlets. So don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. If you really like my content, you can always seed a super chat or super thanks in the comment section below.
Everybody.
Chella has laryngitis and she will be back next week for normal broadcasting. Again, thank you for being a subscriber and thank you all for visiting Newsroom Chella Smith for all your trusted Dinar news. I'll see you all next week. Take care.
Hey everyone.
Bye-bye.
Make sure you join us Fridays, 4 p.m. with Newsroom Updates with Chella Smith, Entertainment News.